The Kentucky Hot Brown Sandwich is on the menu today. This is an open-faced sandwich that's normally made with turkey. You can add ham. It's got cheese, tomatoes, and a Mornay sauce. So let's get right into the ingredients and learn how to make this. Alright, you see milk warming up? I've got flour, butter, and oil right there to make a roux to make that Mornay sauce. You need sliced turkey and ham, bacon, cheddar cheese, tomatoes, parmesan cheese. I'll list all of the ingredients down below. Let's get started. Alright, so the milk is warming up on the side like I told you. You want to get your butter put into the pot now. Into that butter, put a little oil because you're going to put the flour in there and you're going to make a roux before you make this Mornay sauce. Now, a Mornay sauce is a bechamel sauce with shredded cheese added. Now, if you have ever made any kind of gravy or you've made a gumbo, then you've made the beginning of a bechamel sauce. So it is the beginning. It is that right there, the butter and the flour, and then you cook it until the raw taste of the flour is gone, and then you add your milk, your water, or whatever you're going to add to it. So right here, I'm going to add our flour. I'm going to make it, and in this case, instead of using water or a chicken stock, something like that, we're going to use milk, warm milk. So that makes a Mornay sauce, which is one of the 5 mother sauces. I haven't got time to explain today what the 5 mother sauces are, but this is a variation of one of the mother sauces. So the Mornay sauce, because the bechamel is one of them. So the Mornay sauce is, like I said, a bechamel sauce with a shredded cheese added. So we're going to move on. I'm going to let you see me make it in its entirety. So if you don't know how to make this, then you will. So that's why I just sped it up a little bit so I can show you the entire process of making this. So this is the beginning, like I said, of learning how to make a gravy too. So it behooves you to learn how to make this, especially if you cook from scratch. So watch this. We just want to cook it. So you want it to look like that when you're stirring it. If it's too dry, add a little more oil to it. So you can use a veggie oil. You can use olive oil, corn oil, something like that. So a canola oil. So you want it to look bubbly, just like that. You want to make sure that you're actually cooking the raw taste of that flour out of there. So that's what that does right there at that point. Now what happens is this is going to start smelling a little toasty. Now if it starts smelling a lot toasty, then you're cooking it too much, and you do not want this to turn dark. And the reason why a Mornay sauce is a lighter color, this is what I call a blonde colored sauce. So you're not looking for a caramel or a coffee color sauce or even darker than that. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a really, not necessarily a white colored sauce, but you're looking for a light colored sauce. So a very, very light beige, if you will. So now the warm milk is going in. So you want to keep stirring while you're putting the milk in. Now, thing is here, this recipe calls for warm milk. So warm milk, it wasn't enough for me. So I used some cold milk and it turned out just fine. So actually sometimes, hey, you got to just try something when you're in the kitchen. You can't start all over every time, and I wasn't about to anyway. So I added some cold milk just to see if it would work out. Guess what? Bam! Of course it did. Of course it did. So look at that. You're going to put your milk in it. Keep stirring it. Keep stirring it. Yes, because you want a smooth sauce. You don't want any lumps. You don't want any lumps of flour in there. Yuck. You don't want to do that. So you keep stirring till you get a very, very smooth consistency. All right. That was enough for me. That is smooth. That's the consistency that you want. You want a thicker sauce, but you don't want it too thick. So I'm not sure how to explain it to you, but you don't want it oatmeal thick, oatmeal consistency. You don't want it that thick, but you don't want it thin like milk either. So you want it a little bit thicker than that. And that works out. So as you can see, my little cheap ass whisk ain't working real good. So I'm trying anyway because I wanted to use a rubber whisk. I didn't want to scratch up my pot. But that cheap ass whisk went right in the garbage after this was over. I'm telling you that right now. It got me another rubber whisk. I'm not playing. But anyway, it worked out. So I used it, I stirred it, then eventually I just went back to a rubber spatula, which works just fine too. But here, if you want to get a really smooth consistency, you do need a whisk. You do need to use one. So, all right. You want to taste. Now, Mornay sauce, as I said, I'm going to list the ingredients down below. But it gets the butter, flour, that milk, but then it gets salt, pepper, nutmeg. Now you can puree or mince onion if you want to. I didn't want to do that. You can also use bay leaves and cloves. You got to strain it after you use them. But you can also use that. It gives it another depth of flavor. So if you want to try something new, you can try one of those ingredients I just said. So remember, if you're using a grated cheese or a shredded cheese, you can use a Parmesan. But if you do not have a Parmesan cheese, you can use mozzarella. You can use a white cheese. So you can use an Italian mix, something like that. So here, less is more. You want to put a little salt. You want to taste it. I'm telling you, don't put too much. Because if you put too much, then it's going to be too late and you're not going to be able to take it out, or you're not going to be able to make this sauce any thinner than it already is. So don't mess up with salt and pepper in here. So don't over salt it. Watch it. You put a little bit at a time. As I always tell you, put a pinch here, pinch here, pinch here, pinch there. Then you taste it. Then you put some more. You don't want to mess your dish up. So it's always better to put a little and then add. All right, so we're at the end of this, because once the cheese goes in and this cheese melts, that's it. Your sauce is ready. So you're going to be ready after this to assemble the sandwich. So it's a pretty quick process. We go right into it. All right, see, we're at the assembly part. I'm using a sourdough bread right here. Now right here, I'm going to show you how to make this with large slices of bread, but I'm going to show you how to make it with regular sandwich bread too. So this is a sourdough, and I'm going to use the Swiss, the ham. All right, turkey. You can use all turkey. So if you don't eat ham, you can use all turkey, which is what it's normally made with anyway. I just wanted to put ham. So ham, turkey. All right, cheddar cheese, which you're going to see on the smaller sandwich. I'm not going to use. I wanted extra cheese on this one, so I used cheddar, but cheddar is not a normal part of a Kentucky brown sandwich, so I'm telling you that right now. So you can use it if you want to. So I used it because I wanted extra cheese and a different type of cheese. So if you don't have cheddar cheese and you only have that Swiss or that Parmesan or some other slices, that's what you use. But it's okay. All right, so now you want to get your tomatoes on here. All right, look at our sandwiches. Very good. They look delicious. All right, so if you're really hungry or you're feeding a man, you need these big slices of bread. This is an open face sandwich. You use a knife and a fork. So let me tell you right now, you can put as much meat, you can put as much of this as you want to put on here. You just got to make sure it gets warm in the oven. So you can stack that meat up higher if you want to. You can put more cheese. Now you can put tomatoes over the entire sandwich, and then this sauce. So this is a sandwich I'm telling you that a man will love. So if you're making it for a man, you're making it for a man that's got a bit of an appetite, or a female, and you can go ahead and you can hook this on up. But if not, then this is okay right here. So you see I'm putting the sauce on there a little sparingly for me, but if you want to add more sauce, you could put as much sauce as you want to put. So this is one of those I make it my way recipes. You see what I'm saying? So you can add, you can take away, you can put as much or as little as you like. So all right, so once we do this, we put this Mornay sauce on here, we will put the cheese on here. Don't put the bacon on in the oven. We're going to put the cheese on here, then it's going to go in the oven, and when it comes out of the oven, that's when the bacon is going to go on it. So it's going to go in the oven, and then I'm going to switch over and I'm going to show you very quickly in about 2 minutes how I made the smaller sandwich. All right, so here we go with the smaller one. Now this is a regular slice of sandwich bread. Now it's just chopped around the edges because the dish I want to fit it in is kind of small. So this is a pretty small version of the sandwich. Anyway, build the sandwich almost the same way you built that one. You can put them in the same order or you can mix them up. I did a little bit right here. I mixed it up a little bit. Don't trip. It's cool. Same thing. You're going to layer that meat, that cheese. You're going to put that sauce on there. Hey, you're going to put it in the oven. All right. Here we go. So we've layered everything, put the cheese on it. It's going in the oven, the broiler actually. It can go in the broiler on low. Don't burn it. Don't burn your cheese for presentation purposes. Child, don't burn your cheese. I'm telling you. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. This is the big one. So cut it on the bias for presentation purposes. This is the little one. Thank you for watching. See y'all next time. Appreciate y'all spending this time with me. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and by all means, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.